Welcome back to Live at Urban Wild. It is Monday, February 27th, 2023. And it is always a very special day here at Live at Urban Wild because if we get a chance to do what we're doing here, it's a special day. Nothing short of miracles and wonders and everything that we're doing that makes no sense how we can quote unquote get away with what we're doing. And so the disruptive thing to do in a world of chaos, that we can actually find a way in a non-political way to bring peace and calm and to take care of constituents, human and otherwise. I show cats because if you show people, it becomes very political. People have rights, at least they're supposed to. Of course, their own rights are never really exercised, but people will fight on behalf of other people's rights and wage war on behalf of other people's rights, instead of actually solving problems and fixing things and using all those resources and energy and money and power. That's the cat, one of the cats that's very damaged. You can tell by the problems on his fur, his or her fur. I'm just thrilled to see that it's so front and center in what we're doing here, that it's able to come out and enjoy from what we're doing here. There's another cat we noticed yesterday that has similar gashes on its back, but the fact that this cat is healing, able to boldly come front and center in our party here where there's so many cats, the fact that it feels safe and secure, it's able to come to heal and get strength. This is rehab detox 101, or maybe it's a masterclass level. Here's where we show and teach and prove the abundance mentality. There's no question that that cat got injured due to some variation of the scarcity mentality, some variation of somewhere something thought that no, it's either me or it, us or them. I think there's my little buddy Aphrodite coming all the way to say hello. Hello, little sweetness. Hello, my little beautiful baby. And this one, our injured war vet here, with the amputated tail. Hello, little Aphrodite climbing me. I'll get back to you shortly. What we witness here is nothing short of a miracle. It's also proving that our claims and our statements, hey, it's okay. We'll see you later, Sarah Lee. Thank you for joining. Hopefully you saw Aphrodite right over here, rush towards me for attention. And you see the injured cat on the wall there is doing better to the point where it's able to come here and gain strength and feel safe and not feel in danger. This is the one that has the wounds on its back, one of them. It's healing and it's here, and I'm not going to yet offer it attention because I'm not sure if it's ready. But there's also a little Aphrodite here. A little sweetie. Hello, smile for the camera. What a beautiful little kitty. One of our newest babies. Scared off that one, unfortunately, but it'll be back. So yes, we are doing the impossible. We are advocating for the voiceless, whether they're cats, whether they're humans, whether they're in Africa, whether they're in Asia, whether they're in South America, whether they're indigenous to this country or the other, whether they've given up rights or whether the rights have been stolen from them or just never given in the first place because they're never considered to be human. Of course, we're also talking about special needs and other people in society that are supposed to have more advocates, which is why they're called special needs. By having special needs, they're supposed to have more advocates. The problem is society fights over who gets to do what for whom, when the constituents in the end don't get anything except for neglect and the blame for causing too much strain on the system. And the system is broken to begin with and can't help. Yesterday, an old friend, which can be taken in many different ways, called me just basically to lament over the healthcare system and how ironically stupid it is. Of how it doesn't really serve those who need the help, but serves those who can be quantified in the system and such to justify why there's not enough care for people who need it. He joked about it, which is the American way. And I lamented over it because I'm not American. And it's really, really sad. But it's also sad, it's also not sad. It also gives us the opportunity to show how little it takes to do more. How welcome what we have to offer should be anywhere. When it comes to preventative health care, it has to do with preventative social care. Whatever the care is, we have solutions that will take the burden off the system. We're not trying to take power or money away from anyone, although we should be taking it away from those who don't deserve it, because those who have it and they're either not using it or abusing it, which is somewhat the same thing. Sorry, I scared that cat, which is always by my feet. I didn't even see it. So we're excited by the recognition of all the failures in the system. It just highlights even better our solutions. Yes, this on one level started off with the most insane, ironic and twisted lawsuit that went through every court system in Israel, all the way to the federal court, all the way to the Supreme Court back then, and literally broke the system. From then until now, there's been no leadership, no real progress, no real change, just more and more chaos and confusion, which is what led up to the creation. Chaos and confusion that was before creation. So we're very primed for new things to happen, which of course I don't want to say prophesized, but we've explained and described and foretold, very simply explaining how the myths of the future and of paradise and of how good things are awaiting us in the future, how we can manifest and materialize those things with our own actions and our own deeds, our own wishes and our own words, to the point where, yes, one cat that was a nuisance problem and also is a grandmother to many of these cats, has become the catalyst, no pun intended, catalyst to the solution, which now is Urban Wild. This cat here, for example, this white and orange cat, not the one inside the bucket, the one that's over there. This kitten, when it was a kitten with a gushing eye of discharge from its eye infection, where it still has a missing eye, it had no chance of survival, no logical chance of survival, but through the forgiveness, compassion, hope and trust, the positive energy that we share by osmosis here with the other living creatures and with humans. It's not just about cats. It's just that we're not allowed to show humans without consent, not allowed to violate human rights by showing things and talking about people in a way that might otherwise offend them, although it's never our intention. So use the cats as the metaphor and as the example, because they are very real and very present. And this cat with his injury, still injured, is here, front and center, before it was on the wall eating, took its position as a member of society. Just because it's damaged, just because it's injured, just because it might not be perfect in the eyes of others, doesn't mean it can't be an equal member of this micro-society, which we're extending to humans also. And in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, which is Purim, in this space, we'll be launching our whole food plant-based living initiative, where people can sample full menus of healthy, delicious and nutritious food. We'll be offering through an open source network throughout the country, and then after that through the world. Farm to table, or straight from the farmers, all the stuff that's ugly. Bokir Tov. Ugly meaning that people won't pay the price they're supposed to. People won't value what they're worth because there might be a blemish or something they don't recognize because they're used to buying wax fruit or waxed fruit. Hi little Aphrodite. So when we take the ugly stuff, the perfect yet ugly things, and we turn it straight into masterful creations, artful creations of any menu item you can possibly want, just made with the healthiest, delicious and nutritious ingredients straight from farm to table, and delivered through a network of, I would say volunteers, but they are compensated for their efforts. So it is for profit, but it is volunteers, meaning it's an open source network where people, based on what they have available in their transportation space and time, it's all a socialized network of farmers and delivery people from farm to the packing house, and from the packing house back out, and we take the things that people wouldn't buy off the shelf, turn them into custom ordered catering items, and put it back into the system of delivery so people can get it straight to their table, similar to what Whole Foods would do in North America or in England, but taking it one step further, where we take it to the kitchen and deliver the ready-made items. This is what we're launching on Purim and extending over to Passover to deliver freedom to anyone who wants it, anywhere in the world, based on our new international office that we're opening in Dubai and our regional office that we're opening here in Israel, in order to manage this system of PCRMI, People's Committee for Responsible Management International, and in Israel. On that happy note, I have to give my constituents some more attention, redistribute the food, and possibly go to some other channels. And of course, this little baby down here wants my attention and deserves my attention. And that's what I'm going to be doing for the next little bit, over and out, and for love and gratitude as well that you have come. And stay tuned for more.